What are some of the different works that you've done within the community?
I do, especially here in Wheeling and Ohio County, I do a lot of the work with the schools and the partnerships that I just talked about. But a lot of that is also around, well, how do we get the resources that we need to implement some of the programs? So I've done a lot of grant writing for the local schools, done some grant oversight to make sure that they are writing the reports or doing what they need to get equipment or materials or staffing that they can use to help implement those programs. I've also done a lot of uh, not quite networking, but of creating some collaborations. Like, I know an expert in this area in the business and industry field, and I'm going to connect them with the educators in the school system. Or I know this expert in our community that could use some help with our college students, that kind of thing. So kind of connecting the dots and making sure that I can help establish some partnerships as well. In the past, as an administrator in Frederick County Public Schools, I was on a lot of committees, a couple of school boards, or not school boards, a couple of boards for some local organizations to make sure that education perspective was taken into account, or the school system was taken into account as one of those societal areas. Um, I've done some work on the West Virginia Physical Activity Plan, not necessarily in writing or implementing it, but in helping to craft, get our ideas out there for the revision of that just came out. And the West Virginia Physical Activity Plan is a plan that says we need physical activity in every societal sector if we're going to make some changes in our current status of obesity and overweight and health, especially here in West Virginia, where we rank either number 1 or number 50, for many of our health indicators. So beyond education, we need to infuse physical activity into business and industry. Can our work sites promote a gym in their facility? Can they have a Zumba instructor come after work hours and teach a class, or during work hours? Can they promote a walking Wednesday type idea where we all go and walk at the same time? So how do we promote it in business and industry, and then thereby decrease our health insurance premiums and get more healthy, productive workers? That's one area. How can we make it so that in urban planning, that we are planning for playgrounds and walkable neighborhoods and sidewalks and green spaces where kids can play a pickup game of soccer? That's another area where we have to have physical activity as a priority. Of course, in healthcare and public health, we need it to be preventative versus reactive. That can mean, can I have it as part of my health insurance plan that my gym membership is covered, versus having to go to the hospital because I've had a heart attack and that's going to be covered by my insurance? So, kind of really changing society to make physical activity a priority, and getting that message across in every sector. That's kind of what my philosophy of health and physical education is, and I see schools as the front runner for that, because especially at the early age, if we can create healthy habits in kids from the start and have them have the skills and the knowledge and the value of physical activity at a young age, then it's going to set them up for a lifetime of wellness and physically active lifestyle. When they get to be too late or as an adult, it's just so much tougher, and I think we have a key role in changing our society for the better.